Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, thank you very much for coming to my channel. And this is a training schedule which has been scheduled for all the FNB teams. And today we will discuss about duty schedules. Duty schedules are very, very important for any of the team, either they're working in FNB, whether they're working in any other department as such. As we are doing this training topics every day, it's basically for the beneficial of all the FNB teams as such. So today we will talk about duty schedules. Now duty schedules have a very misconceptions all around the hotels where I worked, and there are people are making it on a daily basis, which is very much inconvenient for every associates who are uh, in here, because of course once you plan, if you think about a human, they always think about okay, I need to plan something for tomorrow. I will wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning because my schedule is at 8 o'clock, and then I will reach there and I will do my things as such. And suddenly at 11 or 10 o'clock, there's a pop-up thing comes up, and where she said that you are off tomorrow. So you have not been planned yourself. So that's why this is an interesting topic which I got it, because it's very, I'm sure that you have discussed about many of the things as such for FNB, but this topic is very unique because people don't take it very seriously, especially the supervisors who are making their schedules. They don't take it very seriously as what is the mental effect will happen to each and every associates as such. So this is a very important topic for, I would recommend all the along with the associates, the managers, the supervisors should listen to it and take it in an effective way, because it's not we care about people. So if you care about people, you should know how to make the duty schedules. I'm sorry to say, but the thing which I mentioned before, it is very prominent over here, and these things we have to change it as such, because every day you're making the duty roster is not really effective way of making the duty roster. So if you want to make the duty roster, there are certain rights which all the associates should have, and we should be able to we should be able to have those things in mind, that we should not overcome the rights of associates. We will discuss about more and further in this small training session as such. Now this will take nearly about 15-20 minutes, so please concentrate in this training sessions. I will My camera is not really good, so you will not see my face as such, but we will be more discussing about, if I hope you can able to hear me properly, but we will be more discussing about these things in detail, because that's a very important topic in my point of view, and I'm sure for the associates who are dealing with these kind of things, and it's very important. So whenever I am making a schedule, when I was a restaurant manager, I tends to make it at least a week ahead, so that the people can at least know their offs. They understand when they have a we can also play around whenever there's operation is busy, when the operation is not busy as such. So I will mostly concentrate on food and beverage part on this way. And for the people who are interested to know about the duty schedules, please listen to this carefully, and you can also implement in your daily task. Yeah, so let's go ahead, and at the end of the session, please give me your questions if you have anything, so I will try to answer it as such. Yeah, my name is Rajiv. I am the FNB manager, and these kind of trainings, if you want to do for your department, your hotel, if you don't have any training manager, if you don't have any kind of training structure as such, me myself and our hotel can able to help you out to do that. So please do comment below, and then we can able to schedule the same as such for all of you. All right, let's go. The agenda of the date of issue, where we should make the, which date we are supposed to make the schedule, where to find the schedules, the content of the schedules of the duty roster, we call it a duty roster, and duration of the work, day offs, overtime, change of schedules. Yeah, so these are the things we will cover for today's training session as such. All right, date of issue: the duty schedule is being issued latest by Thursday of each week and last 1 week Saturday or to Friday. Yeah, so either it's a Saturday to Friday or it's a Monday to Sunday. Basically, that's is the schedule. I mention it over here as Saturday to Friday, but most of the times at the week starts from Monday, so we can also make it from Monday to Sunday as such. So it depends on which country you belongs, and because if you are in Middle East, the week starts from Saturday, a week start from Sunday, so you can make it from Sunday to Saturday. If you are making us in India and in any of the Asian and European countries, the week starts on Monday, so you should make a schedule for roster from Monday to Sunday basically. So that is very very important, and as I mentioned, we should make for a week so that the people will understand how their week gonna be. Where to find the schedule? In the red folder next to the order taker table, and the folder is marked with room service schedule. These are the schedule which is mentioned for room service, but in my opinion, we usually put it on a notice board and with the signature of F&B manager and restaurant manager, so that everybody can have a look as it's in the notice board. It's a public thing, not to hide of anything as such. If someone has their day offs, if there's someone has their pending days off, or you are giving some off to a person where they worked double shift or pending holidays, so it has to be mentioned publicly and everybody should knows about it. So supervisors, I would appreciate if you can do the same for your colleagues, so that they can able to identify what is their day offs and how many pending offs they have. So the content is day and date of the week, name of the employees or associates, PH and PO. PH are the public holidays existing and balance, and pending day offs are the public holidays where which could not be taken at the time of point, or cancel day off which can be carried forward to the next week. So it has to be mentioned in there as such, because that is very very important for a person to know how the content supposed to be looks like. All right, it should be in Excel sheet is much better, but it depends on you how you want to make it. I'm not here to teach you how to make it. I'm just giving you idea that how you should make it as such. Yeah, duration of work, daily 10 hours including 1 hour break. It depends on company to company, where you have a 9 hours and 1 hour break, or where you have a 12 hours and 1 hour break. So it depends on country to country and company to company as such, with the rules of the regulations for the government, which can be taken in one or split two times 30 minutes, which can be advised by the outlet manager and depends on the operation. So mostly the supervisors who are there, they are reliable to give you breaks, especially for the lunch, breakfast and dinner. The tea is not really matters in terms of F&B, but if you still have time, then you can able to give it as such. It's not a hard and fast rule. All right, let's go to the day offs. 1 day off per week or 2 days off per week, which has to be advised by the outlet manager for individual staff, and it is by the rules and regulations of the company, which you have to give it as a right of the staff. So 1 day which has been decided as off day will remain the same unless the business required to be changed the day. So that's the very very important thing, because everyone is a human, everyone has certain things to do on your off day. So it's sometimes you need to go out to see your girlfriend, to see your boyfriend, or to have some time with the family, with your wife, with your husband, and as well as with the kids. You sometimes you have kids, you need to go to the school of your kids. Yeah, so many things can matters on the day off. So if you have any kind of day off, so I would suggest to request in advance to your supervisor, so that they can adjust it accordingly, according to the operation. And if you don't have, so for the supervisors, you should give at least 1 day off or 2 days off, as mentioned by the company, so that they can decide, like if it's on Tuesday, so yes, we will work on these things on Tuesday. So most of the times try not to change it, because it's you never know that what important things they have. Maybe they have to take their parents to the hospital, so or they have to take your their pregnant wife to the hospital, so which can be uh, done on that day, so that your operation does not suffer, as well as the personal life of the person is not affected as such. Okay, request for changes of the day decided need to be submitted to the outlet manager or assistant latest on Mondays of every following week. Otherwise it cannot be considered, which is quite been hard, and very rule is there. But I would suggest you well in advance will be much more better to inform your outlet managers, because they are the one who is making the roster. And if you want them to make a roster 1 week in advance, not to give you a shock in the night, then you should say your request right in advance. Otherwise you will get a shock. That's quite been a usual thing as such. All right, then goes to overtime. Now daily sign in and sign out are your actual working hours on the timesheet attached to the duty schedule. Hours will be calculated by the end of the week by the outlet manager and given back to the reduced working hours on the day-to-day basis. Now there are certain things, because every company comes up and they have a punch in and punch out machine, which is of course it's a good thing as such, but you you are coming to the hotel in that time, but your working thing is not started over that time as such. Your working thing starts when you're actually present in the outlet, or present in your place where you're supposed to be. Some people comes on 1 hour earlier, they go, they take their lunch, then they change, and then they come back, and so that one will not be considered, because your duty roster is saying at 2 o'clock and you are in the hotel at 1 o'clock, or you are in the hotel at 2 o'clock but you did not show up in the outlet up to 3 o'clock or 2:30. So the duty timing will and the hours will not be calculated. That's why there is a, every hotel, most of the hotels have their manual sign in sign out book, that which time you actually came to the outlet, so that you can be monitorized, you can be monitored accordingly. So they, it is a very very effective thing, which is everybody should follow, and most of the hotels and most of the people are following, especially I'm talking about F&B and kitchen, because you need to come out, you need to change your uniform, you need to have give some time before you come actually on the duty schedule. So these things are very very important for everyone to consider as such. Hours to be calculated by the end of the week, it's depends on company to company how the calculation has been done as such. All right, change of schedule. Only the outlet manager or the assistant is entitled to change your schedule on the duty schedule. So please do not change your schedule with your own. Okay, I am there, my colleague is there, okay, let's swipe the off days, or okay, you come in the evening, I come in the morning. Then what is the meaning of making a schedule? So the duty roster is basically a time frame for you to follow, because if you don't follow that thing, maybe the other person is capable of doing something else, and that's why the manager has put him on that schedule, and you just swipe it, and you are not, you are still learning stage in that area, or you don't know about that certain things which the other guy is capable of. So please do not change any schedule or swap with the other person without informing your supervisor, because they must have something in their mind before they made the schedule. So depends on the operation. So please do not swap or change the schedule by your own. So that is very, very important. All right, so that's all I have to say about the roster. The rosters has to be made in a certain way, because it at least 1 week in advance, because I will not consider for F&B to make for a month or for 15 days, because you never know what is the business point of view for the next week. So it is very much difficult for anyone to prepare it on the time of 15 days earlier in F&B. But you can of course make for 1 week, because the 1 week is very, very effective to make a schedule for F&B, because in 1 week and anything can be controlled. You can be able to easily take your day offs, and otherwise before 2 weeks the person will give you day off, and some some function has come up by the end of the weekend. So that's why it's very difficult, then the manager has to change it as such. All right, so if you have any doubt, any questions, any comments, please let me know. And any kind of trainings you required for your hotel, for your organization, in a simple way, and you don't have anybody to take care your training part, so please let us know. Ourselves, our hotel will able to do it in a very, very effective way. We have our own videos, we do have our own people, experienced people, myself, and other restaurant managers, supervisors, who can able to do a certain kind of trainings which your company and your hotels are looking for. So we can do all step by step. So do consider this, and please put your questions and comments, so that we can able to identify and we can able to contact you. Thank you very much, and it's see you again tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Bye.